Well, welcome back. When you're going through the process of kind of figuring out what was next for you, how much was a return here kind of on your mind, and what made it happen?
Ever since last year, like I said, me, Cal, John, we always had those conversations, whether I was here, whether I was there. But the bond never left for sure.
Chatting off season, a lot of people make comments about how good you look in the off-season workouts. Was there anything different, any attention to detail on something different coming back this season, or how was that off-season training for you?
It was a little different. As I stated, I started YouTube or whatever, but it's just like different. It was my first time being a free agent, so it was just like a long process. It was frustrating. It was hard, but I had good people in my corner for us, the guys that I grew up with, a couple other people, but, it was like head down and just get to work and just whatever happens, happens.
So given that, is it any different feeling being back in the building after that type of summer?
I wouldn't say it was different. It kind of felt like I ain't even go nowhere, to be honest. When I got back, I was just like, well, I know what's going on. I know the people here. Staff's still the same, so it's kind of like the same for real.
But how did you enjoy your year in Washington, and how are the organizations different from one another?
I'm not going to compare organizations, but I had a good time over there.
Did Kyle reach out to you after his accident? How did you hear about it, and just what was it like seeing him again when he got back?
I heard about it as soon as you guys did, but when it came out, I kind of talked to him, and he was kind of normal to me.
I saw you chatting with Mike Evans today. What are those conversations like, and what is it like coming back into a room that looks a little bit different?
It was kind of different, when I left the guys that was here. But I met Mike at Pro Bowl, and, he was in Tampa doing his thing. He'd been doing it for a long time, but the conversation we was having out there was just like, just regular conversation, really not about ball, just getting ready for practice.
Lynch mentioned that he'd been talking with you and your representation for about a month. What was it that tipped the scales to bring you back?
My agent and John do a good job, and the side conversations with me, John, and Kyle is just like always kind of been the same. It was just a matter of time before it happened.
You were pretty tight with Ricky when Ricky came in as a rookie. Just your thoughts on him right now as he's heading off to surgery?
Kind of been tight with him. He was in Arizona. I was in Arizona. Kind of haven't lost a beat since last year when I left. We still stayed in communication, and I kind of talked to him the night whenever he got the news, and he was a little frustrated. And I was like, bro, just keep your head up, man. Your time's coming. It's just like he just kind of had bad luck right now. It's like really nothing that he can do about it. But overall, he's shown what he's capable of when he's healthy, and, wish him well in surgery and a quick recovery for sure.
Ryan Moore said he hated going up against you. Saw you guys having a conversation out there. What was that conversation like? And now that you guys are, I guess, on the same side, what's different about that?
He got a really good scheme. He was joking yesterday. He was like, man, I'm so glad I ain't got to go against you, this, that, and the third. And I was like, I'm kind of glad you're one of my coaches as well. So it's kind of like that kind of relationship is going to build. We've always been opponents, but now we're on the same side, so we'll continue to build from there.
What was the reaction like from your teammates when you finally showed up in the locker room?
I was in the locker room yesterday, so I kind of seen them all. Kind of like I stated before, it's like, felt like I never left. They was happy, I was happy, and we just ready to get the ball rolling.
Is there like a part of you that feels like you have something to prove still? I know you always kind of carry a chip on your shoulder anyway, but given the way maybe the last few years have gone for you, do you feel like you have an additional motivation?
I mean, I'm continue to be myself whenever the opportunity presents itself. I'm ready for it.
Can we volunteer the number, or was there a transaction there?
It was a little transaction. We made it happen.
This is a somewhat unique situation. You twice requested trades to leave here, but obviously, whatever happened, it didn't create bad blood or bad feelings. How is it that you, John, Kyle, still have maintained such a strong relationship through everything?
I mean, contract negotiations is contract negotiations, and then those are conversations for John, Kyle, and my agent to have. But our relationship has never changed or had a fallout. So, I mean, that was just like contract negotiations that I'm not in control of.
You were involved really quickly in the offense today. Was that the plan? Were you ready for that?
Yesterday it was like, let's see where you at. Let's see, how you feel. So I did a workout yesterday night or whatever. And then it was like, all right, we're going to give you 8 to 10 plays today and just see how it goes. And we're just going to keep building from there.
You had a few teammates who said they were offering up their guest houses for you on social media. Did you take them up on any?
Nah.
You feel like your role in this offense will be similar to your first 6 seasons with the Niners?
I have no idea. We just gonna roll with the punches.
A not so serious question. You and Trent, usually the two guys up front with the boom boxes, they coming back?
They used it when I was gone, so I mean, hey, we still got to rock out.